In the city of Salta, Argentina, the birth of a dust devil was filmed. At first, the funnel went along the road and stopped on a small tree, which began to shake in all directions. After that, the whirlwind continued its path, went out onto the road, gained strength, and turned into a rather powerful natural phenomenon, which, however, quickly disappeared. Surprisingly, passers-by paid almost no attention to it, as if such hurricanes happen there every day. Ohio, Lake Leesville. Surveillance cameras captured a sudden tornado hitting a small pier, lifting boats into the air and scattering everything around. Eyewitnesses managed to film the amazing phenomenon up close. The tornado appeared on the water and looked unusual in the rays of the sun. Fascinating and scary footage from Kansas. A huge rotating cloud with a large tornado in the center, against a backdrop of almost clear skies. Looks very scary. This huge tornado was filmed with a drone. Just look at its power. Houses and buildings are destroyed like toys. Sometimes small funnels appeared in the tornado, which were one with it. An amazing and at the same time frightening sight. A fisherman captured the unusual approach of rain. It doesn't happen often that the rain comes down in a solid wall and you can see a fairly clear edge of the rain. This is a rather rare natural phenomenon that occurs when there's a strong wind. Air masses hitting the rocks are twisted and directed upwards. The force of the airflow is so great that it blows away the water falling from the rock. It turns out to be an inverted waterfall where the water rises upwards. It looks really impressive. Russia. A dash cam captured two glowing objects shooting up into the sky after a lightning strike. Eyewitnesses say they were ball lightning. Eyewitnesses were filming the beginning of the eruption of the Del Fuego volcano in Guatemala and became witnesses of an unusual phenomenon. Lightning struck right in the cloud of ash erupting from the volcano's mouth.
Whoa.
This phenomenon is not uncommon. Particles in the cloud ejected by a volcano rub against each other and generate an electric charge. This is how lightning occurs. Oklahoma. A surveillance camera captured lightning striking a flagpole. It's understandable why they say not to stand under trees during a thunderstorm. The powerful charge of electricity immediately goes into the ground, striking everyone nearby. This man seemed to feel that he needed to turn on his camera and film the rain. Strangely shaped clouds were filmed here. They form quite rarely and are called Kelvin-Helmholtz clouds. Resembling evenly spaced rolling ocean waves, Kelvin-Helmholtz are one of the most striking and rare cloud types. They occur when two different layers of air in our atmosphere are moving at different speeds. Recently in Portugal, locals observed a huge meteor that streaked across the night sky. The celestial body lit up everything around and quickly burned up in the atmosphere, leaving behind a glowing trail. Eyewitnesses were delighted with what they saw and compared it to a large-scale light show. This tree seemed quite ordinary, but after a few seconds it becomes clear that there were thousands of birds sitting on it. People at the air show observed an interesting effect. The smoke from a special device on the plane did not dissipate, but remained in the form of ribbons and began to twist and swirl. Here, a huge boulder slowly rolls down the mountain slope, breaking everything in its path. The pine forest is no obstacle for it. Climbers accidentally filmed a large piece of rock falling down a steep cliff. At first glance, it is difficult to understand what this is. Some kind of 3D animation. In fact, these are wild bees. In this way, they drive away enemies from their nest. Interesting shots were taken at some enterprise. A bumblebee flies low over the floor and disperses dust with the airflow from its wings. An unusual landslide was filmed here. It consisted of small stones and moved downwards in waves, as if an unknown large creature was moving underground.